Ignite to impact.
Are the mistakes you're making as an entrepreneur costing you time and money? In today's video, I'm going to share 5 of the biggest mistakes entrepreneurs may make in their business and how to avoid them. How you doing? I'm Dr. Geneva, Vibrant Life Coach and Business Strategist. And when I started out as an entrepreneur, I made plenty of mistakes. And, it would have been great to get a heads up about some of the things I might encounter. But, as an entrepreneur, making mistakes really is part of the everyday game. And we do know that sometimes those mistakes can cost you time and money and opportunities. And so if we can avoid some of those mistakes, we can't avoid all of them. And of course, you learn from your mistakes. But if we can avoid some of them, it can allow us to focus better on our goals and move forward with intention in our business, and sometimes can be the difference between success and failure. So let's get started. The first mistake you may be making in your business is you don't have a clear vision or game plan. I'm a recent graduate from the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Program and National Terrific Business Education Program. And one of the first things they told us first day of class was that those entrepreneurs with a clear plan and goals have a better chance of being successful. If you don't have a game plan, oftentimes that failure come up too close to you, and if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And so it's important to have that. And you may have had a plan starting out in your business, but perhaps, you wrote it down and you just can't find it right now. You're wondering, where is it? Or you're not focusing on it and following through on the things that you wrote down in your plan when you started out. So you need to have that plan. And one of the things that it's important to do is to really sit down and figure out if you have the right strategy, the right purpose, direction, and if that strategy is clear so that you understand it, you understand the why. Are you clear on executing the strategy? Do you know how to implement the things, the objectives, the goals, the dreams that you created for yourself? And what is your role in executing them, these strategies? So having that clear vision and game plan with goals is an important thing to do in your business. The second mistake that often entrepreneurs make in their business is that you're not digital. Now, I'm talking about 2 kinds of digital. One is the digital presence. Yes, you do have to use social media. You got to be out there these days. So you should be on whatever platform speaks to your audience. If you can have a presence on all of them, great. But it's important to target perhaps where your audience is the most if you don't have time and attention and energy. But you should have a website or a landing page or a blog, something that gives you a presence on social media. The other side, however, of digital is, how is your business set up? Do you, in fact, use the most technologically advanced things that you can use for your business? Are your systems automated? Do you use things that can make your streamline what it is you're doing, get you faster and better to your customers, and get them the products and services that they need? And to do that, you got to be digital. So if you're not now either on social media, making use of digital, or all those ways that you can make use of technology in the digital world, you need to get your digital presence on. The third mistake that you may be making in your business is you're still acting like an employee. I know when I made the transition from running other people's businesses and getting paid by them and starting my own business, I was still, frankly, in the mindset of getting that check every 2 weeks, being that W-2. And it's a whole new world. And so I was still, though, acting like an employee. And, I wasn't acting like a CEO. And that's the other side of acting like an employee. And that has to do with your mindset. So what do I mean? A positive growth mindset can help you accelerate your business. And when you're an employee, you really don't have that kind of growth mindset because that's not what you do as an employee. But as the CEO of your business, having a mindset that says, I can do this, I have a vision, I have a dream, getting them big ideas, making those big ideas happen, all of those visionary, forward-thinking, long-term actions that CEOs take is important to running your business. And if in fact you've got that CEO mindset, that visionary mindset, you know that you can't do everything. So that you find ways to delegate, you find ways to ask for help, you find ways to surround yourself with positive people and people who can perhaps fill in on those areas where you aren't the strongest. And so you recognize that you need to be focused on working on your business rather than in your business with all of the day-to-day kinds of things that happen in your business. So, mindset, a fixed mindset that you can only do certain things or would only do certain things or have a certain level of responsibilities, like if you were an employee, versus a growth mindset as an entrepreneur where you're longer term visionary thinking. And so that's what you need to do to avoid thinking like an employee. Get the vision on, get your purpose on, start delegating, and have that can-do attitude. The fourth mistake that perhaps you're making in your business, and you really want to try to avoid this, is that you don't give yourself enough credit. Yeah. So you don't spend time reflecting on and prioritizing your worth. So here's what I mean. So that, in your business, if you've done something, if you've started your business, if you've had an attitude about your business that I'm going to start a business and this is what I'm going to do. If you've been an entrepreneur for several years, you have done some things. You have. And there've been some probably mistakes, but that's okay. And if you watch this video, hopefully you'll avoid some of them. But this is one that I want you to really pay attention to. And that is in the day-to-day life of running a business or really living out your career, lots of different problems happen. Lots of mistakes are going to happen, lots of challenges and issues. Entrepreneurs are really problem solvers. So you'd expect those problems. You focus a lot of time on solving the problems. Give yourself an equal amount of time to reflect and acknowledge how you've solved some things, what you've accomplished, and giving yourself this credit for what in fact you've done, even when everything seems to be falling around you, can help boost your confidence, your morale, and keep you focused and going. And that's one of the most important things for an entrepreneur, because, it can be lonely out there. And I can't tell you how many times I woke up in the morning and said, why am I doing this? And should I continue to do this? But when you stop and recognize what in fact you have accomplished, it can help keep you motivated to keep on moving. So give yourself the credit. Take time to reflect on your accomplishments and what you've achieved as you're moving through and focusing on your business. Understand your worth. The fifth mistake that I'd like to share with you in terms of, what you may be doing in your business and may be blocking you from really making the kind of money you want to make and really having the kind of time to move your business forward, is you forget to invest in yourself. Now, as an entrepreneur, we spend a whole bunch of time looking for that capital, okay, that money from other people that we can use to help strengthen and move forward our business. And we need that to run our business. But I want you to think to remember that there's another investment that you should be making as an entrepreneur, and that's in yourself. And I'm talking about increasing your knowledge of your industry, becoming much more of an expert in your field, really being that authority, listening to podcasts, going to workshops, seminars. And I know you're going to say to me, oh, Dr. Geneva, I'm so busy. I mean, I'm just doing everything. I cannot do that. But yes, you can. You can listen to a podcast. You can plug them earphones in and listen to a podcast on your way to work, on the way to your office. Okay. You can figure out how you can squeeze in 15, 20, 30 minutes a day or an hour a week to advance your learning, so that in fact you're continuing to invest in your knowledge. Because see, that knowledge, how much you know, creates you, positions you as an authority and an expert. And so again, that's going to attract more people to your business. The other way that sometimes we forget to invest in ourselves is in our own self-care. And when you're in a business, it's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle and the grind, and you just grinding out, and you think you have to work 24/7 to make your business successful. But the truth is, you're going to get burned out. You will, and that's real. So you need to find ways to invest time in self-care, taking care of yourself, getting enough sleep, drinking the water, exercising, taking vacations. And if you have employees, it is so important for you to model self-care and how you take care of yourself. Because if you've got employees, I know you're concerned about their growth and well-being, and you're doing things to make sure that they're taking care of themselves and they're okay, because you in fact want them to continue to be productive and be those kinds of good employees that you want to keep. Well, you've got to do the same for yourself and be able to model it, because the best way for you to help your employees, or the best way for you to help your children, or the best way to help whoever it is that you're leading, and is to be a role model yourself. Okay. And another way that you perhaps forget to invest in yourself is to have a clear understanding of your leadership style and strengths. Okay, so take time to figure out what your strengths are. Become more self aware of your leadership style, because again, that helps you as an entrepreneur, as running your business, in figuring out what you need to help uh, leverage what you've got. And so being aware of your strengths, the opportunities that you have, that personal inventory helps you grow your business and, kind of figure out what kinds of things that you need to invest in yourself. So those are the five um, things that I wanted to leave with you, those mistakes that entrepreneurs make, you may be making in your business, and ways to avoid them. And I've got a bonus for you. Okay. I've been asked to mentor about 50 women, and on my way to a goal of reaching and inspiring 1 million females who are figuring out their life, want to have better balance in their life, trying to create and figure out their next steps, make more money in their business or career. And so I've been asked to mentor about 50 women in their journey. So if that's something you think is a good idea or might be something you're interested in, say the word fabulous in the comments, or better yet, direct message me or send me a note that yes, you'd be interested in something like that. I want to send so much love out to you all who are watching the replay. I certainly appreciate that. Those of you who are live, thank you for being here today. I hope this has been helpful for you. I really would like to hear what you think. See you soon.
Ignite to impact.